7 times 2 podcast. This is going to be episode 0. My name is Kevin, and today I'm joined by my two friends, Sam and Dylan. Say hi, guys.
Hello, people. Hello, internet.
And if you don't know us, it should be obvious because we're nobodies.
They don't know us right now.
But we're just a bunch of guys that just like to play Fire Emblem. I guess you could call us like higher end of casual, borderline, try hard.
Whales, we're all whales.
We're not whales, dude. Well, maybe Dylan's a whale. I don't know. He spent
To clarify, we play Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, specifically Fire Emblem Heroes. We don't know anything about Fire Emblem. I don't know anything about any of the Fire Emblem games. Do you? I know, Dylan, you don't play, right?
Feels casual, man.
I don't remember much of them.
Okay.
Apparently marriage is a big deal, and I don't even remember getting married.
Marriages is a big deal, yeah. The confessions. Every hardcore Fire Emblem
like couples and stuff.
It's all about the confessions, dude, and you need to marry your two best units in order to make this freakish Frankenstein baby with the best stats. I don't know. I'm just butchering everything, and all the Fire Emblem, all the OG Fire Emblem fans are gonna be pissed off at me.
And
what a way to
monster
start.
that broke off Sigurd and Deidre.
Well, we don't talk about that, okay? We don't talk about that.
The evidence is there.
Man, I mean, on my alt account, I paired Brave Lynn with Sigurd.
What the heck?
But
anyways,
a little bit better than
So the point of this podcast is just for us to talk about Fire Emblem Heroes and meme about. Well, we range from anything between what the current events are to what we've personally been doing in the game, to arena, unit builds, and everything like that. But to get into the discussion, there are currently Tempest Trials going on. It's been out for 2 days now, starting on the 23rd. We're recording this on the 25th, just to date this. And how have your guys' Tempest Trials been going?
I took Dylan's advice, so I got to 30k to level up my Arden. And then I started to run him as much as I could in Warrior Maps before it's gonna expire tonight. Rip Warrior Maps.
Yeah, Warrior Maps. There are about 5 hours left on the Warrior Maps.
Yeah, it'll be a sad night tonight for sure.
Oh man, those guys
Tempest Trials are going well. I'm at 34k points now.
I'm at 40k. I just got my guidance seal.
How many stamina potions did you use?
I think I burned 2, maybe 3 at most.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember how many I've used, but it's most of my stamina since the event started, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of my stamina has been dedicated. I spent a bit of stamina on warriors, just training up just units that I wanted to get up there, take advantage of them. Because the Tempest Trials, it's pretty easy to get 100k. It's just the tryhards that want to get above 100 and try to score for those feathers, those dank 10k feathers from rank 1 to 1000. But just to give you a current perspective, as of right now, 40k will land you at 8k rank.
Oh, that's double. Yeah, I'm at 34.1k and I'm at 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 30k. Let me check where I'm at. But it's not good. But there's no point in overshooting though, because you're just gonna do nothing for those days, and you're gonna still have to do Tempest Trials to get the quests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am relying on those dailies. Every time I get the daily stamina potion, I immediately use it just because I don't want to dig any deeper into my stamina reserve.
How much stamina do you have? I have so much stamina potions. I don't know what to do with them. I have 240 stamina potions.
I've got 140.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think I have closer to what Kevin has.
Yeah, I had 200 before, and then I just burned through all of them trying to do the chain challenges that one day.
Oh. Wait, how many crests do you guys have though?
Crests, I have 170?
Okay.
50 to 170, something like that.
Wait, crests? What?
Yeah. Dueling crests.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've got a bunch of those as well.
Okay, what rank am I? I'm rank 2, 23,000 at 30k.
You are so far behind.
So low.
Yeah, I know. You sink a couple stamina potions into it, and you're good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Legit though, It's because I
Is that-
invested into training Jafar.
Oh my. There's that one guy on Reddit who spent like 35 stam potions on day one and like 5 hours of his time, and he got like
Yeah.
100k on the
Number
first day. It's
one.
nuts.
That's
Crazy,
a big
crazy
investment. That's like
genius.
too much.
At least he's practically guaranteed unless somebody else spends like a shit ton of.
Well,
stam
he also has
potions.
to play every single day too, or else he's gonna get passed.
Eventually, but like even if he just casually does it, I'm pretty sure he'll stay around top 1,000, 100%.
Oh yeah, he should.
Oh yeah, I would feel really bad if I couldn't maintain that. He's probably on track to get like at least 200k or 150k at least.
But anyways, what teams have you been running? Like, I'm sure we've all been like auto battling, right? Just auto battling
Yeah.
Manic 5, Lunatic 5.
Yeah.
For my, you go first, Dylan.
Oh, okay. So my auto battle team is Black Knight, Green Ike, Sigurd, and Elise. Pretty much standard builds on all of them. Black Knight has Renewal instead of Vantage on his B, just for sustain, and Aether, and Steady Breath. Sorry, I guess that's not quite a cheap build, but
You just had
the
a
rest are
Crom
what you would
lying
expect.
around.
No, he sacrifices
no,
Lucina, I think.
I used Bike.
Oh,
Green Ike.
right.
yeah, I remember.
I just I gave him
You have Steady
Aether,
Breath under
Steady
Black
Breath.
Knight. That's mess.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's pretty cool.
It's actually pretty useful because like you wouldn't have to sync that much because he already comes with Steady Stance, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I was able to do Aether and Steady Breath, and I don't know if I took something else. Maybe Threaten.
And your team doesn't
Defense?
how often does your team get like screwed over because of bad AI?
The units that I've lost to are like Lind and Rai, when like the AI gets all stupid and decides to run into them. By the way, this is for clarification. This is the second last Lunatic, not the hardest.
Yeah, Lunatic 5.
Yeah, Lunatic 5. So
You should be manually doing Lunatic 7 on bonus hours.
yeah.
Anyway.
So I do that twice a day, and
With
then
the same team?
the rest of the day is just no, different team.
Okay.
That team is Sigurd, Bravelin, Reinhardt, and Green Asura for performing arts Asura. That's really just standard builds. The success rate of this team auto battling is like 90%. They usually clear Lunatic 5 without any help. And Elise doesn't have a weapon. I took away her weapon because I just want her healing. I've got Fortify Cavalry on her, which makes Sigurd even more tanky, and it just works itself out, which is exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Grinding Tempest Trials is beyond the 3x runs a day is too much, so that's my team.
Sam, what about you?
Okay. My team isn't as consistent as Dylan's though. I only maybe get like to the end with no problem like 60% of the time with this team. But I run like the reciprocal aid Falchion +1 masked Marth or like Lucina build that with the renewal 3, and then I run her with Arya plus attack and like just like stock Arya with like reposition and like what's her special? What's her C? What did I put on? Oh, I gave her like,
before you go on, we're just gonna get this right now. It's not Arya, it's Era.
Ira.
Or
Ira.
We're gonna pronounce this right because then people will have our heads.
Yes. Okay, so it's Ira.
Yes.
Yeah. So I run Masked Marth +1, Ira, and then I run Deirdre, and then I run Axe Azura, I guess. And then I basically just run that, and they typically can sustain each other. Like, there's Ardent Sacrifice on Deirdre from her base kit, and then there's like the heals from Masked Marth, and then basically Ira does all the damage, and then there's like Wings of Mercy on my Axe Azura to support her if she needs any additional support. And then typically it depends on like the maps, because then if there's a map with like Lind or like Ryan, no, like basically Lind, Alwyn, Reinhardt, and like Oscar, like those people will just like wreck her, and then my team kind of collapses from there. But yeah, it just depends on the luck of the draw. And then for my like actual running through Tempest Trial like 7 or like the last one, the Lunatic, I run a very similar team to Dylan, but basically it's just Reinhardt, Bravelyn, Azura, Axazura, and Era, and that's basically
Essentially,
what I'm
what
running
our
on CC.
listeners need to know is that we're all scum of the earth running.
we
Yeah.
run Reinhardt. That's what the
Reinhardt
podcast is
and-
named after. Come on.
Indeed, and we're not
I know.
shying away from that.
We're proud Reinhardt users.
I know. Feels neutral Reinhardt though.
Yeah.
Where art thou plus attack Reinhardt?
Wait, Sam, so you aren't confident in running auto battling with a healer?
Oh, I don't know. I just like I never tried out that build. I just like made this like double red, double green build, and I'm like, cool. I'm using this because there's no healers that I want to run because I want to make a team with my Axe Azura just because I want like more hero merit on her. But then I already have my Elise is already at 3k hero merit. And then my Priscilla's the next in line, I guess, that I would give hero merit to, or my Sakura. They're like 2.1k and 2k. So, but I want my Axes Zero to get to like 3k. So I'm like using a team that I can get hero merit on her. So, because I don't think I could run a dancer and a healer and 2 offensive units because they'll just get destroyed.
Yeah. I did a little bit of testing. The issue I have with every other healer that I have available is that they can't keep themselves alive like very well. Only Elise
Yeah,
has,
because
on my
Live
Elise
to
Elise,
Serve.
I've got her live to serve. Yeah, it does so much work. In a way that I have Bridal Lynn and Jenny as well, but like they can't do
Yeah.
the same thing.
No, Live to Serve is so good. Like, it's so strong on her.
Yeah, Jenny
Yeah.
shouldn't even really be like considered as a healer. She's more of an attacker if anything with Wrathful Staff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Elise is the best raffle staff user.
Oh, mine's minus attack. I think I made a mistake early on. Actually, it's like I have a +1 Elise, but like I don't know what the IVs on my first one were. I think I
Feels
was
bad.
just like, oh, she's a healer. She's never going to attack, and this was before Jenny existed. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go minus attack.
Oh my god, yeah, I know what you mean. Because then my Elise is like negative attack plus speed, so she's like super tanky. I thought that was like the ideal IVs for her, but then clearly it is not anymore because
Jenny
Jenny.
changed the game. Yeah. So,
But then on my alt account, I also have a plus speed Elise, which is ideal. It's like a plus. It's actually like a negative defense plus speed Elise, which is like super ideal.
Just to clarify one more thing, not all of our accounts are like equal. Sam is completely free to play, and me and Dylan have actually spent money on the game. So don't be surprised when our boxes are like a bit more developed than Sam's.
I know.
yeah.
Who can only roll fucking Tharjas? Kill myself.
Fun fact: I don't even have a Tharja
Nice, you've never rolled one.
in all my spending. Yeah. I've definitely spent at least like I don't know, a couple hundred, 2, 3.
How hard have you like
Or-
gone on reds though? That's the thing. Outside of these 2 banners.
Not hard. Like I told you, you saw I only have Marth. I got
Yeah.
Alicia, but that was pretty quick.
That's
And Tiki was
so
like my start. So
that's
those are
so
all my
unfair.
notable ones.
I'm like drowning in like red swords, and I don't even try for them. They just pity break me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any of the big ones like Roma, Ike, but I mean, I'm not sad about it. My box is perfectly well developed, as it should be. Spending a little bit on the game, but
yeah.
Kevin, you were gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was just talking about my Tempest Trials team. I've actually just been running like with a core of Sigurd, Ira, and Elise, and then like I just have like a third member. For like the longest time, I was like auto battling with heroes that I wanted to S ally support. So like for like half of my points, I was running Nino and Robin because I wanted to S support them. But now that I'm done those 2, I've gone back to Elise, and I've also put in my own green Azura in there. So yeah, I basically just go with essentially a tank, which is Sigurd, even though he does some pretty good damage as it like despite being a tank. Ira, who's like the carry, a healer, and a dancer. That's really what the ideal auto battling Tempest Trials team should be. I feel personally. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mine doesn't look like that at all. But
Sam's
I mean,
definitely doesn't look like that, which is why I also wanted to ask, like, you auto battle with this team, right? With your master
Yeah.
team. Doesn't like you don't really get that many heals most of the time then, like, do you?
It does quite a good job. Like sometimes my like Ira, like she gets like really low, and then like the auto battle will like just like reciprocal aid onto her and like make her full basically, and then like I'll just like continue killing everything with her.
Right.
yeah, I have noticed that just like in my experience using reciprocal aid and trying to auto battle with it, it's not as smart with its use as healers are with their heals.
Yeah, dedicated healer.
Yeah.
It's like it's wonky. Sometimes you just like you would
Sometimes the
use it
unit
because it
will
makes
just
sense,
like run
but
off into the
it
distance.
just it runs
get
into
itself
like
killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll kill me, and then I'm like, oh god, like I kind of do need to like test out a better team because I think it's like too inconsistent to get like full clears for my taste. But I
Yeah.
feel like you're probably like for me, I'm probably best off running like Ira and like Deirdre because they're like super boosted, and then like Axe Zero's good, and then I don't know, maybe I can run like a different unit for like for my other thing. I could maybe try like a blue or something. Maybe, but I feel like
Yeah.
I would maybe run another green or something. Because my big issue is like Lind. Actually, no. Oscar is like the biggest issue. Like Oscar and Abel are like I see those guys and I'm just like, oh, goodbye, team.
So much of the time, I'll just like I'll just look over to the side and I'll be like, oh, I'm on stage 5. This is an easy map, and then I'll look at it. I'm just like, wait a minute. There's Gwendolyn, like Tsubaki with Sapphire, like Lance, and like
everything
some
to
other
just
blue
like
unit.
make you
They'll
lose,
just
basically.
screw your blue units over.
Oh, I know it's like the worst when there's an Effie because you can't like one shot her and then she just like does so much damage in retaliation to you, and then you're like screwed because then Julia's just gonna like rip you a new one after.
Yeah. That's kind of why I've been running like green Azura instead of blue Azura. But that's just me.
I've been running my green Azura because I don't like my blue Azura is like max SP, max hero merit. There's like no point running her outside of like TT. Outside of arena.
I also have distant counter on my Ira, so I don't have to worry about Julia.
You're disgusting, bro. I remember this. Sacrifice your Hector when I have not even seen Hector.
It was a
He
bad
was like-
Hector even.
I have Ryoma though, but he's also full hero merit, so I don't want to use him too because I feel like I'm like losing out on something every time I don't get hero merit.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should switch out Elise because she's full hero merit as well. The other three, like, they can do it, and they're honestly they're all pretty self-sufficient. Secret needs a healer to like kind of support his like.
Do you have Priscilla? You could always try Priscilla. Priscilla's like a decent Elise substitute.
I think I have one. I have one. She's only 4-star though. I don't
Oh.
really want to invest in another healer.
I have too many 5-star healers. Like I have Sakura, Mist,
Oh my!
Priscilla,
Yeah,
I
and
forgot
Elise.
about this, but I pulled 2 Lucius's 5-star.
Oh god, that's painful. My condolences.
I
Yeah,
have one. I
like-
have one of them as well.
yeah. I don't know what I did with him. I think I just sent him home for the feathers.
I think I rolled
Yes.
mine when I was trying to go for Jafar back when he was first released.
Yeah.
Jafar, Kappa.
So that's that. Tempest Trials is it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, they're not
We
too
should-
bad.
we should
I
talk
would say
about-
this one's easier than the Black Knight one.
The Black Knight one was so easy though. I had Reinhardt and Lind though.
Yeah, like Blue Mage, you win the last map
It's just some maps on the Black Knight one was a bit messed up. Like that one where it was just like
Really?
everything was in the corner. Everything was in the corner, and you had to and there was only one path to take, unless you broke the rock. But then you were guaranteed to take damage, and there was a bush in the middle. If you're playing forces, that would screw you over real hard.
No, I find the most annoying map for this one, the one where it's you start at the top corner, the top right corner, and it's there's all these trees around, and then the mountain, and that map's annoying because then I feel sometimes the AI just goes the opposite direction and you waste a few turns.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, it's not if you're controlling your team, your clearing team, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
When I say it's not that bad, I just mean I mean mostly in the context of my auto team, how well or how much trouble do they have because of the maps themselves.
Oh, yeah, for any of the beginners looking to auto battle, don't put reposition on all of your units. You can get screwed over by doing that in terms of speed. I'll just especially
infinite reposition loops are so fantastic.
Reposition loop. It'll happen. What I found most of the time, it happens in that one map where all 4 units are in the corner and you're outside of the forest, and you'll just reposition in a circle, and that's just the worst.
If you just want to see it happen, just use 4 flyers with reposition. It just they.
Oh my god!
I don't know,
you guys you guys haven't
their,
even
ability to do anything. They won't even.
No, this is the trolliest. This is the trolliest. The trolliest loop. The reciprocal aid ardent sacrifice loop is that. Also, that happened to me. It was so bad.
What? That's a thing.
Yeah, I was my Era and my Act Zero was killing everything in the final map, and then I was just what the frick is Deirdre and Lucina doing in the corner, and they literally just had a reciprocal. They had a healing loop with each other, and I'm this is so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know why you're running Ardent Sacrifice. I think that's just garbage.
I need to take it off. I just don't have any other skills on her, so I just left it on.
Reposition or drawback, you'll get more use. You'll get more mileage out of that.
I know, but I just haven't invested in Nino or a thing into her.
All right, so that's it for Tempest Trials. Let's move on to the other
Ursula
thing that Ursula, the Grand Hero Battle Ursula, has been
announced for tomorrow.
Right. I personally have no use for Ursula. As much as I like horses, and as much as I like the thought of Ursula, she's kind of she's really niche in that she's really good at doing just sniping out horses. Even if you build counters to blues like Cecilia, she'll still somehow find a way to live and just nail her. And because every time I run into one in arena, I have to play around Ursula so hard. Because every time I'll just send Cecilia against her. She has Grand Raven and she has what's it called, Triangle Adept. I'll just kill her in one hit. No, apparently she lives and then just deals a shit ton of damage. She'll do 30 damage to me. Just oh god, that's more damage than I want to take.
Yeah, but I don't. I feel like Ursula's just a budget all win. She's just a shitty all win.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure the people that use her will argue otherwise. I mean, you got to remember that cavalry buffs make almost all the horses viable to a certain extent. So if you don't have Reinhardt or Olwen or basically a mounted blue mage, she fits the role. And that's
she's a role player.
I don't think that's I don't think you understate that. So she's not a bad unit by any means.
Yeah,
she fits a different role than Camus and all the other blue lance. Cavalry.
Well, basically, it's Camus is the only blue lancer that you would use. You wouldn't use Clive or Berkut.
Berkut's not so garbage, and Clive is even worse. Oh,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why those units are a thing, but I mean,
Berkut is only used for water boost if you need it.
It feels
it's so
bad
dumb because I hear I have never played. God, what game is Berkut from? I can't remember. Is it Echoes?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently in Echoes, Berkut was actually supposed to come with his own specialized lance, and he does. He's got Berkut's Lance Plus. I don't know if it's inheritable, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's a unique weapon that belongs to him.
Look it up, actually. But go ahead.
But whether or not you can.
Oh, no! I lied. No, it is inheritable. It is inheritable.
Yeah, because it has plus at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like all the plus weapons are able to be inherited, but you wouldn't even want to inherit anyway because fucking garbage. But apparently,
What do you mean? It's so good on Florina.
in his game, you were actually like it actually let you like counter from a distance, so it actually had like a distant counter function, and they just took it away from him because I feel like that might have made him too similar to Camus, maybe. But like he could have been like Camus's.
But he's like he's Camus with red.
Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
His stat line is very different from Camus. His speed is only 22.
He's super slow. Yeah.
That's no. Camus is actually like he's got speed.
He's like 33 base speed, I think.
He's like he kind of looks like Xander. No, not even. More red, less depth.
Yeah.
But he's blue, so it's. I mean, either way, it's not really relevant.
I mean, Nino's a thing, and Nino would just eat him up.
I'm just saying, if they gave some of these units distant counter, they'd be amazing. I as much as I do like distant counter, I feel like distant counter is like this game's worst mistake. But that's a different topic for a different session.
Oh, speaking of blue lancers, like cavalry blue lancers, we totally forgot about cancel affinity, Mathilda.
Oh yeah, Matilda.
All right, yeah.
Most of the time, whenever I see anything related to Matilda, it's like an Effie holding a Rider's Bane in Arena. It's the only time I see it. Okay,
that's scary as fuck. But I mean,
oh my god!
I'm just saying, I wouldn't run my Xander into her. No. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't run like any unit into Effie. She's like so hard to kill in one turn, unless you have Reinhardt.
Dino's pretty good at doing that as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so Ursula Grand Hero Battle starts tomorrow.
Remember to do get her if you don't have her already. She's a good role player, and I think she also comes with a pretty decent inherit skill. I think it's like
she has Death Blow. She comes with Death Blow.
Yeah, she comes with Death Blow if you need it.
Only Death Blow too.
Only Death Blow
too. The box actually, she's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Let me actually take a look at her. I guess I can't remember how the map looks. It's this. Never mind. Okay.
It's the one with all the walls.
It's the map with all the Poison Dagger ninjas.
You just need to bait with units that can. I don't remember.
Is this the second or the third time she's been back?
I think this is the third
first.
time, to be honest.
Right.
So her max stats are 35, 29, 32, 19, 30.
That's so much res.
It's not stellar, but again, like if you need like a ranged Gru on a horse, you're not really going wrong. Like these are Grand Hero Battle units that'll always come back, and you can always get your merges on them playing a long game. And a good skill out of the box, she's got Blarwolf, which is effective against cavalry, 10 might. Rising and Growing Thunder as her special, which, I mean, you can place that pretty easily. And then, as the other guys mentioned, she has Death Blow, maxed at 5 stars, and then Threat and Res 3 at 4 stars, if you choose to use her for the inherit. That and your cavalry buffs are pretty easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, if you want Hone Cavalry, get Gunter. If you want Fortify Cavalry, get what's his face, Jagan. Yeah. And then I think wards unfortunately come from ward comes on Olwen and Elliewood. And if you want Goad, I think that comes from
Reinhardt and Xander. I mean Reinhardt and Camus too.
Yeah, but you would never feed either of those two if you're actually the same person.
Yeah, Goad is you just have to run those two for Goad.
They're like the core of Horse Emblem anyway, so
Camus not so much. He's like fallen out of favor.
Well, because Reinhardt is so overwhelming and because Lyn is also a thing.
You can literally just run like Lyn, Reinhardt, and like Sigurd or Xander, and you're done. That's your Horse Emblem team.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think you might have issues if you try to run Cavalry Emblem on this. Just how the map looks, anyway.
You mean for auto battling or for what?
No, the Grand Hero Battle.
Yeah,
Oh no,
the
you'll get destroyed horse embleming with this one. I think.
I'll make it
No,
work.
I don't know. Like all the walls are gonna make your repositions weird.
I think the bigger issue is that like
MVP, but like she's gonna have Rider's Bane, so it's like I don't know.
I think it's more so like Ursula can just kill any one of them. Like
exactly.
With her Rising Thunder, she'll just be able to close the gap and kill any one of them. Unless you have like a Cecilia that can maybe tank.
I'll make it work somehow.
Cron Raven TA. I don't know because she still has the plus 50%.
I might have to use like a bunch of range units instead. Then I might have to cut Xander out of the picture. Maybe Sigurd comes in.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem with this map, I don't know if you guys are looking at here. Actually, I'll send it to you guys. But the biggest problem I see with it is all the walls. Like you're not gonna be able to reposition as well.
It's definitely the walls because you have very little space of your own.
Yeah, I think the first time I did this, I probably Hector was my MVP or something.
Wow, that Korean advice, use Hector. I had to use Camilla. It was so hard. It was so hard using Camilla.
I had to use Nino.
You've basically got to bait all these the ninja.
If you're free to play and you're like starting out or whatever, like your best friend on this map is actually like female Robin.
Oh yeah, if you manage to pick up a female Robin and you have her like not even like 5-star, like a 4-star like merged, if you got one, is still pretty decent. Like she's green, she resists. Like
not even you can do it. Like my 3-star female Robin killed Ursula for me in one turn with her blue tone breaker and her like Grong Wolf.
Wait, does she actually come with Grong Wolf at 3 stars? Yeah,
you can teach it you just have to get the SP, so it just doesn't come stock, but you can teach they can learn it.
Okay, because I thought she just came with like Elf Thunder or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, sorry, just to clarify, we're not the people to ask if you're like totally free to play. We don't have that kind of experience where it's just like we're using like 3-star merges and minimal SI to clear stuff. Like no, that's not us.
Yeah, Dylan's a tryhard and uses Gale Force on everything.
I'm not a tryhard. I spend money on this game, so I've got access to more. But
if you need tips, just go to the Reddit mega thread. They'll have one within the hour, and they'll have a bunch of people telling you.
Tons of
feedback. I think tons
rest
of people
in peace, MKB. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's a legend. Actually, was it more than one person?
I think it was one person.
Oh, okay, that's pretty crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, there's bound to be some sort of Japanese player who used like a bunch of 3 stars to clear this thing somehow. I don't know.
And it's not the first time this Grand Hero battle is coming out, so there's probably tactics for it already if you look.
Maybe the Infernal version will be new. Obviously,
I feel like though,
yeah,
it's like
probably add a unit. And anyway, reasons to do this: there are free orbs involved. You can get another copy of Ursula if you've kept up with the past ones.
2k feathers and another 4-star copy of Ursula if you complete Infernal.
That's for the Infernal clear. Just your standard Grand Hero battle stuff. That's it. Good luck. We are all still hoping for Xander and Camus to come back, but it might be a myth. I don't know.
Still holding out on my merge Xander and my merge Camus. Ugh.
Oh my gosh. No, I want Xander to come back, but like to be honest, Camus has like fallen so far out of favor. It's like if he's there or not, I might even just like give his goat to someone.
What the heck?
No.
Well, I'm just saying. Once I get my Reinhardt to 10, I won't feel bad about giving away his goat personally.
Well, yeah, but that's like way down the line, Mister. Only like 5 plus 7.
5 plus 7, almost 5 plus 8. I picked up another one.
What
Just Reinhardt loves me, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I don't know. Grand Hero battle units are good. Just do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like most of, if not all of them, are really good to use.
I mean, they're either good or good food. Like Narshian isn't that good, but like his Lancebreaker is delicious. But now there's Oscar, so
now
it's
there's
valuable.
Oscar, yeah. But Narcian is like probably the most common next to Robin that comes back for Grand Hero Battle, just because as a standalone unit, he isn't that good. He's probably the worst.
Yeah.
Outside of his hair.
I don't know. I think
I think you want like Macallus.
in terms of Grand Hero Battle units, the best ones we probably got were like Xander and Camus, obviously, and then like
I think role players.
I think Arvis is okay.
Is worth mention as well.
Michaelis is really good as well.
Oh yeah, Macallus is good. I think Legion's okay.
I think Legion is just he gets overshadowed by so many other axe units. The thing.
Yeah, but green's always a good color. I think. Like, so any green. Well,
green is arguably one of the best colors, if not the best color in the game for the meta currently.
Well, yeah, because everyone's dominated by like blue
and Lin. As long as you get a tanky.
Red too, to be honest. I don't know. There's like red was where the game was at first, and then it switched over to blue.
Yeah, speaking of
it's
Arvis,
never been green.
Speaking of Arvis, since Ursula's moving in, Arvis is going to be moving out. It says so right here, 4 hours. I've got the app open. So if you haven't done Arvis yet, make sure to pick up at least a 3-star copy of them. There's no shame if you can't complete the Lunatic version or the Infernal version. But Arvis is a very good unit. He just doesn't have a spot in the meta currently, unless you guys got like a build for him.
He doesn't have a spot in the arena meta. I'll say that much. But I was really excited about his skill set when he came out, just because I think his really triple ploy is like his triple ploy is just like insane. Like I could just see it being useful for setups for like future Grand Hero battles or what have you, and like his stats are they're perfectly respectable. That was actually what I did today with I hit 20k feathers and I upgraded my.
Oh, you 5-starred him?
5-star, yeah. And I had already planned to do this as soon as I saw his skills and his stat line and everything. And I don't think I'm gonna regret it. He's he just seems like an all around very sturdy unit.
If you had to rate him amongst the other red mages, how would you rate him? Like I know Silica's right there at the top. I don't think
Silica's at the top. I think they just fit different roles. No.
Silica's super offensive, and Arvis
no other red mage is gonna do what Arvis does. I don't think any other unit in the game actually does what Arvis does. Triple play.
I mean, you could technically do that on maybe Julia or Deirdre. Kind of
but they
similar.
don't have a weapon that you can inherit one ploy, and then you can maybe ploy a seal, and that's 2. Arvis has a chance of doing 4 if they release the right ploys, and it's just I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's you don't have to try very hard to get him. You don't have to spend money.
Yeah.
He's a Grand Hero Battle unit, so I would say he's much more important than Ursula. So
his sustain is good too with his 10 HP a turn, so he can run those Fury builds.
Got that recovery ring.
Fury 3 was an instant inherit for me, and I'm sure he's just gonna do work with it. More res for him to activate ploy. Arvis leaving, Ursula coming. I think at some point soon we should hopefully be getting a green as a Grand Hero Battle unit. The last one we got was Legion.
Was Legion the last one?
I think so. I don't. Macallus never came back. I don't think.
Right. Okay.
Did he?
And then we constantly get Robin. So I think that's a fair guess.
Yeah. I like green as a color. I think we can use more of it. But we'll see. IS has their plans, and we'll just see where it goes.
Mm-hmm. But move on to the next topic. We have the developer maps. These have been around for a bit, almost a week now.
Right.
The developer maps. If you guys don't know what the developer maps are, they're in your special maps right now. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new maps that you can play for orbs. They all come with 3 difficulties, and each difficulty has an orb for you. So you get a total of 15 orbs. if you haven't done them already, make sure to do them. They aren't the hardest maps in the world. They are built for like level 40 plus people, and I think they're, as usual with these like special like developer maps, they are based on like arena teams that the players have faced before. So you like, and most of these are like a bunch of theme teams, right? So there's like the Miracle Pulse, which is just like a bunch of infantry units with like infantry pulse and shield pulse, and then there's like the Manakete squad, which is just all 4 dragons, and then there's Strike from Afar, which is horse emblem. And I think for most people that was like the most difficult if you couldn't handle it, or if you didn't have like the right units to tackle like an Eldigan or like a Reinhardt Wings of Mercy 3 just coming to your face and just smashing you if you couldn't like kill Cecilia or something.
I think all 3 of us have cleared these maps at this point, but I guess like a big thing about it was they've all got inflated stats on the hardest difficulty.
Yes.
Like severely inflated stats. Like if you thought your horses with Hone and 4 to 5 were strong, like no, these guys are.
I think some of the horses
they'll show you
like,
up pretty damn bad.
I think some of the horses in the last map went up to.
Like, oh my god, that Celica is like. I mean, not Celica. That Cecilia is like a disgusting level. Like I had my neutral Celica on my alternate account try to tank that Cecilia, and I got one shot, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's
they can be pretty nasty if you're not prepared.
Yeah. The one thing about these maps is, I mean, you can always go into them once, take a look at the map, and then take a look at the units and kind of build a team around it. Another plus is that you're allowed to lose units.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can light splash, but you can definitely like. So with like a lot of the newer content, like the Grand Hero battles and stuff, you can only clear without losing a unit. But these maps, there's no such limitation, so it's okay if you say throw something into the Cecilia to kill her and then it dies, and you're fine because it killed Cecilia and you can deal with the rest.
Yeah, a lot of people
use that to your advantage.
I don't think these maps would be possible without like doing it. Like, I think all of the maps except for maybe the first one, like the last one, I was able to deathless like even Lunatic with my horse team. But the last one, I just couldn't help it. I had to chuck a unit.
Yeah, the last one was like the most difficult. Like every other one, I was able to do it without losing a unit. But that horse one was like I lost a unit because I just had to like smash that like Cecilia before she like hurt me.
Freaking Rio, dude.
Gets out of hand so fast. It's but yeah, use that to your advantage. These maps aren't the worst in the world. And free orbs, never bad.
Yeah, once again, Reddit is your all-inclusive source for guides on how to do this. There are many excellent players, way better than us.
I don't think we're gonna go through that stuff. It's like we don't even have visuals at this point, so it's not easy to show.
Nothing is worse.
The players on Reddit are way better than us. We're super casual. Like we just play to the point where we can alternate between tier 20 and tier 19 on Arena every week.
Mm-hmm. And just what else we keep up with, like the content and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but still, nothing is worse than like 11 and 12 chain challenges.
Oh,
yeah.
Dylan, have you finished that yet?
No.
Oh
no.
What?
Oh god, casual.
Okay, because I am a filthy like. Even the ones before that, the is it 9 and 10? I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's like towards the top of the like the newest story chain challenges. Like they just get disgustingly hard, and
no, I thought the one after like the one after 11 and 12 was like easier. Like everything.
It's the ones where you have to survive as long as possible, and if you don't go into it with a plan or like a good like movement team, like either flyers or horses or like some sort of like infantry pulse or something, like you're gonna get screwed over.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing is impossible for like Cordelia and 3 dancers.
There was that one map where there was Matilda, and then you had to kill the entire map.
Yes, that one was annoying. That one's so hard. Like it's so hard
or something. It was crazy.
Yeah,
and they're all so tanky. That gray and that that like was it Tobin or someone like they're like too tanky.
Yeah. Inflated stats across the board, meant to be dealt with by like merged units, hence the 40 pluses that you see.
Or just like super heavy hitters like Reinhardt. Obviously.
Yeah, just yeah.
Like, this is where that excessive damage comes from. Just like, oh my god, Reinhardt hit me for 37. Like, where does he need the extra 32, like 37 from? This is where it comes into play.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh no, that Mathilda with the boosted stats is like a pain. Like you can't even one shot her with Reinhardt.
Says you.
Lance
Speak
Breaker.
for yourself. My Reinhardt is very self-sufficient. It's got like 50 attack.
No, I know. I swear, like she's too tanky. Like that one's like way too tanky.
I might have to check the recording that.
Wait a minute, you can't kill her through Lance Breaker anyway.
I mean, you're not gonna put Last Breaker on your Reinhardt for like the one because you have to use her for him for other things. I guess I don't know.
I've been running Lance Breaker as my B skill for a long time. Like I have Wings of Mercy 3 because I'm a disgusting human being.
I recently changed mine back to Wings of Mercy 3 from like quick riposte after I realized this is dumb.
QR is dumb. I don't think you should be taking hits at all.
Yeah.
I ran.
If Reinhardt for some reason like lives through an attack, they've already lost.
Yeah,
I don't know. I run like blue Tomebreaker and like red Tomebreaker on my Reinhardt, depending on like what I need him to do for the Super Grand Hero battles.
Blue Tomebreaker I can see. Red's gonna have like its very limited uses because like
No. My Reinhardt died to a Lilina once, and then after that, I died for red Tomebreaker.
Oh, the Lilina Cecilia.
Yeah, I needed him to have that Tomebreaker to kill that Lilina because then like he couldn't tank her, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Like those are like the very, very, very niche cases where you'd like actually need. You could pass with like level 1 of the skill and decide.
One time you die, never again.
I was just like, I was so surprised when she like just destroyed me. I was like, oh my god, this damage is too insane from her.
Yeah. So I think we got sidetracked there. Chain challenges, there's nothing really to talk about there. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
They're hard. But again, Reddit's your friend. And a lot of people, I've actually seen a lot of people, they just ask, or like they offer to help, and then you just post your box, your units, and then everybody kind of jumps in and helps you put together a team. That combined with all like the successful strategies, I've actually referred to them a couple times for the really, really hard stuff. It works. It's hard but not impossible. Yeah, you'll get through it.
If you don't, they'll eventually come back. Well, no, the chain challenges will always be there. The Grand Hero battles, they'll eventually come back, and you'll eventually have another chance to get try again.
Yeah,
Xander or Camus, who apparently
Xander and Camus. Yeah,
they don't ever.
Didn't Narshan come back like did he come back his third time already?
I think Robin and Narcian are probably tied, like if not very close, for like the most returns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand Robin because she's like Robin and she's like a counterpart to a main character, so I can see why.
Yeah. I think we can move on.
Yeah, we can talk about this new banner that dropped yesterday for a bit.
Hanoka.
The Flyers, aka the Hanoka banner. The first time Hanoka's ever been on a banner.
Ever. No. She was
She's been on a banner so many times.
Really?
I've seen her before, yeah.
No, she was in that like Ninian Hanoka battle, the Battling Clive banner. She was on that. She was on the Voting Gauntlet Flyers banner. Those are the three times she's been on.
Oh right, okay. So
I've definitely seen her before.
I guess at the time I just didn't really have a need to roll Hanoka.
No,
like most of us. But as for units, Hanoka is really just like the star of the show right now. Like everybody wants Hanoka who runs a Flyer team. Like even though most people will argue that you just need a bunch of goads, having at least one Hanoka would be very nice. Even if you kill her off for home Flyers, or if you use the unit herself, she's still very good in that aspect.
I can attest to that. I used Hinoka for a long time before switching to Fire Sweep Cordelia.
Wait, did you feed your Hinoka?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I thought you still had her on here. Damn, man.
No, so Cherish has Hone Flyers and Cordelia has Hone Flyers.
Right.
And then
I have
Valencia and Summercorn have Fortify. But yeah, basically you want Hinoka if you have any intention of running a flyer team at any point in time. I personally I don't use my flyer team all the time, but like for these change challenges and like for arena assault, they are excellent. They're so mobile and like they have the freedom of flyers. And, even like against bow units, like just because you're facing AI and like the AI is stupid, you can just kind of play around it. Don't get caught by stuff, and they just work really well.
They're essentially just a subset set of horse units. Like they hit extremely hard, super fragile, but very versatile in their movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the reposition is like next level. The repositions are next level.
Yeah, the hit and run plus reposition is just like you don't even need dancers, and that's
they can just move anywhere that doesn't have a pillar on the map. So
I wish I had an Alencia. I have like Minerva and Hinoka on my alts, but no Alencia. So sad.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to get Hinoka on my first free roll, and then I managed to get her up within like the next 3 rolls that I got her in. It's pretty nice. So I have one extra Hinoka in my box after feeding my first one.
You're like debating me to roll.
Yeah, you're gonna tilt the whole audience. Anyway, the other 2 units on the batter are Minerva and
Sheeta.
Sheeta.
I have no idea.
Cheetah.
But she's actually so garbage. Only Minerva's good.
I think Minerva is Minerva is a top tier green flyer, but she fits a very different role from Cherish.
Yeah, but Minerva's technically she's like the best, most versatile green flyer.
Yeah, she's pretty tanky. She's not as tanky in terms of resistance as Camilla, but she does way more damage than the rest, unless you fully kit out Cherish.
Mm-hmm. And she's fast.
Well, they're different, right? You could throw. I think you could feasibly throw a Minerva out and I think her best build, and this is gonna sound terrible. I think it is Distant Counter.
Really?
Distant Counter Minerva.
I'm just saying, if I had a Distant Counter, I'd throw that onto Camilla personally with Emerald Axe.
Yeah.
Just because I want to make her an anti-Reinhardt unit. I mean, Minerva would fit that role as well, but it's Camilla's resistance that makes me more comfortable with.
Really, I like that heavy blade. Gale Force Minerva build is pretty cool.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. But I assume she can run it too.
Yeah, it's because she has Hout Claire. For those who don't know, every time you attack, she has -1 cooldown on special skills. So if you combine that with Heavy Blade, and because Hout Claire is a divine weapon, it has 16 might. It's stronger than most, if not all, weapons in the game that aren't equal to it. So what you do is attack. You subtract 1 from Heavy Blade from combat, and then you subtract 1 after combat with Hout Claire, and if you have Quick Pulse as well,
and you double.
And you basically have Gale Force right off the bat, and then you just move out and kill again. But that's pretty much what the Cordelia Fire Sweep Lance Plus build is for, which I finished personally today. I am so proud of that. I finished it. I showed you guys on Discord. It was sick.
You're gonna have to tell me how that goes. I mean, it's already been tried and true.
It was bouncing around all over the map in Warriors. I was doing the Camilla Warriors map. I was just bouncing around the map completely. When she got super low, Olivia would just fly in with Wings of Mercy, tag her, and then she would kill another unit. And then my Elise would actually move. Yeah, my Elise would actually move to to the best spot possible, and then heal her back to full with Imbue and Rehabilitation. It was great. It's great. Yeah. I haven't actually tried it in PvP yet. As PvP as
honestly though,
I guess you'll see, but it should work to excellent effect. I mean, My Cordelia does not have Heavy Blade because I've never seen a red Ike, but I'm
Oh.
instead running Life and Death, Fire Sweep, Gale Force, and she still does exactly what I need her to do. So it's
Yeah. I don't think it does anything better, but it's very fun to use.
No, but for
Gale
It's
Force
very
shenanigans.
fun. Gale
No, but for
Force is
Fire
such a
Sweep,
fun
though,
skill to
you don't really need. You just want to do like you can just do like L&D Fire Sweep to like poke and do damage for arena. I think is like pretty good. But technically, though, Tana is a better is a better like Fire Sweep user than Cordelia.
No,
Why would
I
you-
actually
why would
I
you-
actually looked at this. Their stats are almost identical. I think
No,
like
no, I'm saying since like Tana's like
Tana
one
slightly
step faster.
Yeah.
Like, she's technically a better Fire Sweep user because she can like secure more like
yeah.
safe hits, I guess. But and then Cordelia's technically more optimized for a Brave build because she has more attack. But like they're basically interchangeable.
Like they're. I think the stat points are like honestly like 1 or 2 points different.
Yeah, like no, Tana's 34, 36, and Cordelia's 35, 35.
Yeah. Honestly, like that's
It's
not big
fri-
enough.
It's frightening.
It's whatever you
recent.
get. I think.
I don't own a Tana. Like I'd like a Tana, but
I wish I had
I'm
her.
dying to get her.
Freaking Cynthia has like all the flyers besides Hanoka.
I'm not dying to get her personally.
Yeah.
But even if I did get her, I would still prefer Fire Sweep on Cordelia because like I don't want to. Like if you have Tana, I feel like it's wrong not to use Godolphin.
Her legendary.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest. Well, a number of things. I think Tana is. She just has like more desirable skill set, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance is good.
Yeah.
And her legendary lands, she's worth more if you're using her that way. And I mean, it has to be mentioned that her art is nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to all you Cordelia people.
Even Cordelia fans will agree that her in-game art isn't as good, and that her Fate's art is
disappointing.
way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen much of it, but like, I always thought Cordelia's art was not the greatest.
Come on, man. The best artwork in the game is Bride Cordelia.
Arguable.
I actually don't like her neutral too much. Anyway, sorry. Back to the banner. The third
Back to
unit.
the actual banner, yeah.
Kaeda or Sida, the red flyer.
Yeah,
Shida, however you pronounce it. You guys can comment down below.
She is very fast, and she also hits like a
Does
weapon.
no damage.
She doesn't do damage. But that's what her
exists
for, right? She exists solely for smashing through Hectors.
Yeah. Does she have Ruby? No.
No, she has Armor Slayer.
Okay, yeah.
So just swing that Mighty Armor Slayer plus down and.
But there's so many better Armor Slayers than her. She's just so weak.
Yeah, I think if we're comparing the red flyers that are
Paula's better than her. So there's only 3 red flyers.
Pala, yeah, you like if you're sitting on a bunch of Palas and a bunch of Kaedas, I would definitely pick the Palas.
Pala's also extremely common, coming at a 3 stars.
Yeah, and then there's like Olympia who just destroys them, and it's not even like a comparison.
We're not considering Olyncia just because like
Olyncia is awkward too, though, because I don't think she actually. They're very fringe cases where she doesn't actually kill Green Ike through what's it called, like through Bjork's blessing if he's affecting her, and through steady breath, and then like he just returns with ether and then kills her.
She doesn't win that. No. I actually found something recently though. It's putting guard on B.
Oh, guard. Okay.
That it prevents like Aether. So you just let him initiate on you, and he never charges it, and you can just clean up with Valencia. I think that's how she wins the matchup. But again, like it's a very specific case. I mean,
that's
I don't really
to tag like. Yeah, I've seen that in Arena Soul. I was looking at the number 1 placement, which is consistently Brian. This dude named Brian who just flashes his Valencia on the top ranks. He's actually changed his B skill to actually guard now, and I think most people are changing it to guard to counter these like really these big slug fights. Like I think even though ether is only used as like a scoring tool, like there are some cases where, like if the whale has like steady breath and they have ether, or they have like Black Luna if you're using Black Knight, or
you
like
just don't want to charge, you'll die.
You just put on guard. I think
Yeah, honestly,
guard comes
Guard-
from Titania.
Titania.
The 4-star or 5-star?
I think 5-star. Usually 5-star.
You need to use 20k feathers to get level 3, and you need level 3 for it to be at its effectiveness.
But oh my gosh, like
I think there's 2 units with it. That archer.
Oh, Leon?
Is it Leon? Yeah, the purple hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Leon.
I have 2 Leons.
Yeah, he's got guard and that other unit, the one you guys just mentioned.
Titania.
Titania. No, wait, she has guard?
Yeah, she has guard.
Okay, so then those are the 2 units. Extremely fringe case. I don't assume that. I'm not assuming that like a lot of people have Valencia. But yeah, Kaida's purpose is mostly just as 4 to 5 flyers fodder. You can invest in her if you happen to be sitting on a ton. You can like merge them at 4 stars and get a reasonable unit. Armor Slayer is good. Hector Killers are good.
If you're looking for IVs, I think plus speed minus HP is the best.
Actually, I think you want attack for Kaida. She's got enough
plus
speed.
Attack minus HP? No, I've never checked.
Because her attack is like pitifully low. I'm not looking at the stats right now, but I think that's her issue.
Right. Okay.
And again, in my opinion, I think Paul is better as your red flyer. But yeah, that's the banner.
That's the
Raven
banner.
Flyers. Just pull what you need. Honestly, pull for Hinoka and just hope for the best. Definitely the most coveted of the 3 units.
Yeah, pulling blue is obviously the best choice here because there are a plethora of other blues that you could pull. Like Tana's really good. Reinhardt is always there to save you. You might get that rare Brave Lucina that I want personally.
Yeah, Brave Lucina. There's a ton.
Wind is there. Like,
I'd rather get Bike.
Extremely good right now.
Yeah. There's just a lot of good
You
blues.
can always get
There's a lot of bad
Becky
blues,
or
but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you're considering running a flyer team at all, definitely.
I like the worst.
Like I feel like I've seen Minerva so many times now on banners. It's crazy. Just like last week, she was on a banner, like battling.
The one that I have, I think I pulled off banner, but
it was a sibling bonds banner. Like I have like 2 extra Minervas now on top of the one that I currently use for green flyer. So I'm just like, I guess I have life and death fodder. So even if you have I could merge them, but like I'd rather have life and death fodder if I already fed one to what's it called, Olwen, because it's crazy. Just
crazy Olwen plus speed.
Yes,
damn!
Plus speed minus HP. It's the best IV you could possibly get.
Yeah.
Damn.
What else is going on?
As for the other banners, like if you're a Reddit dweller or like you've been around for like the past week, these banners have been talked to death already. Ira's really good. Sigurd is really good. Daedra is pretty good. Teltiu, it has Blarblade Plus, but if you need a blue mage, she's good as well. Dancer banner has been here for like pretty much the entire month. Polizera, she's really good. Olivia's got good art. Inigo is a role player as well. He because he's a green mage and he can run Ron Raven and Bowbreaker.
TA3.
Yeah, and TA. Shigure is probably the worst unit, but he's still a dancer and he's blue caster.
I think honestly, the performing arts banner, if you're in need of a dancer and you don't have one, I mean, like you can of course always get Olivia, and that's not going to be hard for you.
We're talking about Red Olivia, the standard one.
But it's worth noting that the performing arts banner is a limited banner. These units are going to go away after this banner ends, and you won't see them as pulls ever. Greenuser is good for obvious reasons, but I think like just any of them, Inigo and Shigure fit roles that. Actually, I guess Olivia too, as ranged dancers. We never had this before, so it's. I'm predicting that we're not going to get more dancers anytime soon. because it really filled, like, I guess gave an opportunity for everybody to round out their dancers with this banner.
Yeah.
I don't think you go wrong pulling that either. So I think if you're going for like full pulls and you don't really care, and maybe you're just starting the game and you want to put some money on the game and
the
try to
performing
set
arts
up a good
banner is
start.
very good.
Yeah, I would definitely get hit the performing arts banner a couple times, see if you can get like a dancer or two, and then after that, I would go for the Sigurd, Deirdre, Taltu banner, because just all three are good. Don't pull colorless, but
I feel like you should just try to snipe like all the greens you can on the performing arts banner, because then like green dancers are just not a thing in the regular like pool, but then like red and blue are a thing, and then like colorless, like for Olivia's good art, but like colorless as a color just like is forgettable unless you're like Brave Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think new players still get to pull Brave Lynn because Myro did it, right? I wonder how long that's gonna go for.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Myro, when he started out, he asked us. He's just like, which one of these do I pull? Like, I feel like I feel like Patrick was trolling me because he told me to pull Lynn. I was just like, no, Lynn's a really good unit. You can still pull the CYL for units. What the heck?
What? That's insane.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of like it. Well, okay, no, I don't like it because it just means there's more Brave Lynns everywhere. But like, new players kind of need some sort of edge.
Yeah, or else you're gonna get destroyed. Like, how are you doing half the content without like a Brave Lynn nowadays?
And I mean, like, that's the nature of like quote unquote free to play mobile games like Fire Emblem. You know, if you're not like, you know, if you haven't been playing for a long time, or if you're just starting or whatever, you've got like a pretty steep hill to climb. But
yeah, the power curve is risen pretty high. Gone are the days where like Lucina is considered S tier, like S plus.
Lucina's like forgettable now. It's like, who is she?
Like Lucina's like B tier now, but we aren't going to get into tier lists. Not now. Probably not ever.
Oh god.
Okay, so moving away from the banners, let's. We already mentioned that the warrior maps are going to be gone. I think they're going to be gone in like 3 hours.
Yeah,
those are really good.
Yeah, I don't think those are even worth talking about anymore. By the time this gets on you. Yeah,
but as for new training maps, if you want to farm SP, farm the chaining. Like, was it the chain challenges?
Yeah, on the easiest
hard mode. Is it hard mode? I thought it was hard.
Or just whichever ones that match your current level.
Just don't beat it.
Right. Don't clear it because you will
stop getting XP. Yeah.
Oh, you entirely? I thought you get like reduced.
Maybe.
I just get the 1 in the reduced.
Yeah. I mean, still, you don't want one that. Yeah, that's bad. So just. So
just surrender at the last map.
Yeah, surrender at the last map. I think because for the first one.
Like, once you clear the map and all your units survive, like that SP stays with you. You don't like lose it if you like die immediately on like any other map.
So I think it's like, was it 20, 30, 20 stem? 30, 25?
20 stamina.
Both these numbers.
It's funny.
I could just pick up my phone, but
they're for the lunatic ones, they're 20, 20, and 30. But I've cleared them still.
Yeah.
Not the lunatic ones. The
hard. I mean,
the hard ones?
Easy.
Normal. It's okay. So the one I do normally is the one at the bottom, chapter 1.
Yeah,
chapter 1 and 2.
For anybody who needs a tip on how to farm SP, you have to be within, what is it, 7 or 8 levels in order to get maximum SP, or is it 5?
5, but then when we get to the last few levels, like when we get to like level 40, then I think it goes to 8.
32, yeah.
Yeah.
Another reason these chain challenge maps are going to be good, besides being like the best maps outside of the Warriors maps that are they're about to leave, they are great for farming HM.
Yes, hero merit.
And they are also good for I actually did this myself, for either leveling any like support of any type, so summoner support or ally support, because those are map based. So in the event, you're not looking at like there's no Tempest Trials event or anything of the sort for you to that you'd be like grinding anyway. You're gonna want to jump into these maps and basically you can get a lot done. It's worth doing.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 maps in order to get like a full S on like if you're only training with one unit, or is it two?
You did do the
It took me 3 bars of stamina to support my young Tiki.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, whatever that works out to be. That's 10. No, 9.
9
maps.
battle. 9 maps.
9 times basically.
9 times a 27 round.
Yeah.
Right. So like
27, maybe 30.
around like 30 maps essentially.
Something like that.
The wiki has like has all the specific numbers, so you can check that.
Actually, I checked the wiki. It wasn't specific, so I had to like go ahead and
really?
do it myself.
Okay. Then forget that.
So
Cut that out.
There's that. Yeah. Useful and good for in the meantime until IS decides to release something else for us to
Dump SP
work on our units. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So moving away from that, Arena reset a couple of days ago, and this week, man, Arena's gotten pretty tough for me personally. I don't know about you guys, but Arena Assault specifically.
Arena Assault's been tough.
Arena
Arena's
Assault's
been fun.
it's I think honestly it's the hardest content in the game because
Yeah, the fight
like-
7 Brave Lins in a
like,
row.
yeah, like everything else, like what's coming. There's all that stuff on Reddit that you can use as a reference point.
That's what makes this
Arena
game
Assault is
refreshing,
just
though.
unforgiving. Like I don't know. Like I still get not anxiety, but it puts me on edge.
Stressed out,
It puts me on. Like I get mildly stressed doing Arena Assault because like I just don't want to lose a unit.
I know, it's so annoying when you lose that one unit and you're just tilted. You're
and
just like,
and it's just
"Oh."
like to the most random stuff because like you just missed something or like you just didn't account for something and you
No, the maps with the breakable boxes like fuck me over so bad.
like there's a lot to say about like the Arena map pool and whatever, but yep, Arena did reset. I guess just as like a general tip, make sure you're attempting both Arena and Arena Assault each week. Get yourself on the leaderboard to some capacity.
Get those sacred coins.
Get your sacred coins, get your orbs, like it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, don't kill your dueling crest like supply just to get a better, like slightly better score. Just get as high as you think you can possibly. Like getting a deathless score is really good. It'll be enough to, depending on what your rank is, it'll probably get enough to tier up or just like tier down and then tier back up next week. Like it shouldn't be that hard because all 3 of us, as we mentioned before, we fluctuate between tier 20 and tier 19 consistently because I don't think any of us can actually keep a 4900 score. I think
No, that's too hard.
Like I could probably do it, but it would take a stupid amount of dueling crests that I don't
because
want to use.
you have to cherry pick 700s, and then like the thought of losing a unit after spending like 7 dueling crests is just like, oh my god, that would just kill me.
It feels bad. Yeah, it's
yeah. This week,
this week's units are so good just because Cecilia's on the banner.
I know Cecilia blast my 4+10 Cecilia, raking in those points.
I'm still saving like I can like +10 my Cecilia, but I'm like saving 2 of them just for Grand Raven. I'm waiting to pull some more.
I think that's a good move.
I have like I have a 1 and a 2, a level 1 and a level 2 Cecilia that I'm saving for like backup in case I need it.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh wait, have you guys completed your arena runs yet?
I've done regular arena, not assault.
I actually
have to do it.
arena.
I should do my assault right now, but I'm running low on battery.
Or actually, I messed up like one of my arena runs. Right now, my current score is 2,810, but that's because I messed up like on round 5. I lost the unit.
Yeah. I don't know. There isn't much to say about arena. The
meta is very defined right now.
Yeah, it's just like if you've been playing this game at all, and you probably have if you're listening to this, you know what to expect. Just good luck in there.
Make sure
I don't-
you
I don't
come
really
in
know.
with counters.
Sorry.
Make sure you come in with counters. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, it's going to be Reinhardt. It's going to be Bravelyn. It's going to be Sigurd. At the
Yep.
moment.
Yep.
There's just
For Arena
no
Assault,
way-
just abuse the fact that you can see your teams before you fight.
outside of the first map, at least.
And the
But
first map,
that's
another
so
thing-
difficult for me because I want to score as high as possible, so I use armors. So
Yeah,
the
I
viewers
think
that don't know,
that's what all of
armors
us are actually
are-
doing now, right?
Yeah, armors.
We're all trying to stack
score
BST
the
flankers.
highest. Yeah, armors score the highest. So like my armor team currently, I haven't invested very heavily into armors. I have I'm running like all of my units are unmerged except Black Knight, who's like +1, and I'm running like Hector, Black Knight, Effie, and currently Zephyr. I'm gonna replace him with Arden once I get S rank on him.
Mhm.
Like sometimes it before the change to the cap, because the cap was 740 before, like a very long time ago, and then they slowly increased it with all the new skills and all the new characters. They increased it to 742, and then currently the cap is 744. And like all of my 700s before turned into like 600, like 96, 600, like 94. It is like very aggravating now for me to try to get a 700 score with my current arm team. When it was before, it was like every other round I would find a 700 and I could just start off from there. I would have to cherry pick for 5 minutes at a time to, just get my arena started, only to have it end immediately because I'm going up against like 4 horses and I can't tank because I don't have distant counter, and Lynn hits through distant counter anyway with second lesson. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So just like to kind of summarize that, to start off your arena assault runs, you want to use your highest base stat units, BST, which are almost always going to be armors. So if you can put together even like a semi-functional team, do it, and they'll set the bar for the rest of your 6 other arena assault matches to be at the highest point total that you can get.
You know what triggered me? I got a 706 score on my first try. I was just like, okay, I got 706 on the armors. This is good. I win that one because it's just armor versus armor, and the AI is dumb. And I just abuse all the fortifies and shit. But then on my very next one, I get a 690 map. I'm just like, oh my god, I just killed my average. So
Yeah, that feels bad. That feels bad.
it's the worst. It kills your average, and you just look at your score and say you could have been 10 points higher.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been great, but not anymore.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I think I don't even I don't know about you guys, but I don't really I've started to do arena assault each week and do a full run, but I if I die or whatever, I usually don't try to go deathless. It's just
If I just have
Been
spare
averaging,
time and I'm just
17 or
waiting for
19.
SP.
yeah.
I mostly just do it on the commute. I do it on the commute home.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do, on my way to work and on my way back to work, I'll just or maybe on my lunch break after I'm done spending stamina, I'm not watching videos. I'll just hit up an arena assault and just let's just spend my entire break trying to look for a score and then end it immediately, or get to 5 and then get pissed off when I don't have a unit that can counter X unit.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah. The I guess forgiving / also kind of tedious thing about arena assault is that you can do it as much as you want. There's no limit, so it's up to you. You'll get basically what you put into it. If you take the time to put in more effort, you can definitely score better. Just make sure that you're getting you're exposing yourself to it at least once a week to get.
Yeah,
something.
sacred seals are important. Sacred coins,
Just rank. Just put yourself on the leaderboard.
Getting sacred coins is important.
Even if it's 8 to 10 sacred coins, that's still something, and it's something that you should want if you're looking to play the game long term.
Apparently, if you just do it a little bit, you can. If some people don't do it, if you just do a bit of it, you'll be fine. You'll get like a few coins and stuff at least.
You could like auto battle like the easiest difficulty, and like you could still place like decently. Like maybe if you, as long as you go deathless, you could probably go like 2 or like 3 possibly like above the bottom rank.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget that there are items. I'm guilty of doing that. Like,
I'm a bit
all the
prideful. I'm a bit prideful in that. I just want to get consistent arena clears, deathless, no items. I just want to do it.
yeah.
Like,
No,
So if like you could be like Kevin over here, who just likes making his life harder, or you're just use the items that you're given. It's the only one in the game where you're allowed to use these.
I racked up so many items. I've got like 20 of everything.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because.
So I mean, use those. They're there.
Wait, in your opinion, what are the best items?
The Dancer Veil, the no counterattack one, and the limited movement one are the ones I like the most.
See, yeah. I don't even use items either. I always forget they exist, even though I equip them. But I guess like if I have to look at them, Dancer's Veil for obvious reasons. You get like a dancer effect without a dancer.
Keep in mind, it is a random ally that's already acted.
No, it's not random. It's the
But you
latest. It's the first one that's been the first one that like lost their action.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
literally
like
says
you
allows
can kind of
one random
manipulate it,
ally.
right? No.
You can manipulate it, but if you've already moved with all 3 of your units, like say you wanted to reposition out of there into a better spot, like if all 3 of your units have already moved, it'll
like
pick
random.
It'll pick a random one.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like a chance to save yourself in like an instance where you shouldn't even have that chance at all.
Yeah.
The movement one seems excellent.
The infantry boots, very good.
And I don't know. The third one is just take whatever. I don't really know.
I personally use the fortifying horn.
Fortifying horn.
Yep, +3
allies. Oh, so
+3 all stat. +3 all stat for 1 turn. And it persists. So like if you need to tank a unit, you can use that in case you wanted that extra bit of defense or resistance.
Yep.
And you need that extra, or you need that extra bit of attack for the counter.
Yeah, just don't forget they exist. Like even if you're not like Kevin and you're like swimming in all the items, like I don't have any. Just take 3 in, and remember that they exist. Open up the menu and just kind of use the items.
Does anyone use a special charge one though?
The special blade.
Yeah.
No. Personally,
I never used that one.
Maybe if you had a unit with Gale Force, if you're running Gale Force on all your stuff, use it.
Enable use of special for all. And the thing is, okay, I guess the bigger thing about this too is you can like kind of like say you've already acted with a unit like that has Gale Force, and then you use the special blade. Does that activate the Gale Force?
I've never tested that. I hope that it works that way.
Because that's like there right there would be like a pretty good use of it.
Oh man, Gale Force Reinhardt, new meta.
Oh my god, that'd be disgusting.
Let's not give.
But the Moonbow is what makes him really annoying. The Moonbows and the Lunas like really destroy people.
Yeah, like ever since switching over to Quick Impulse onto my Cordelia, I've been running plus attack on my Reinhardt. That's how I have like 50 attack.
Oh yeah, I've been running plus attack on my Reinhardt for a long time. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't like. I know Quick Impulse Reinhardt's like the biggest thing, but like ever since I got,
it's really good for shredding armors. That's what it's used for, personally. Like
yeah,
anything else is just overkill.
Yeah. I don't know. I've had Quick Impulse on my Lindsay ever since I finished her, and I haven't looked back. Quick Impulse Gale Force is just like it's too good.
It must be nice. Valencia must be nice.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, I think. What did we cover? Everything.
One more thing I want to go over. We're going back to the Tempest Trials, but specifically, the new seals. I want to go over.
Oh, right.
What do you
What
do you guys think of the new seals? So, if you guys don't know or haven't checked the rewards for Tempest Trials, there are 3 new seals. They come at 12,000, 20,000, and 40,000 in order. So Brash Assault, Attack Smoke, and Guidance, and these can all be upgraded in the Enhancement Forge for Sacred Coins up to 3. So I think Brash Assault comes at 30% and then goes up to 50% at level 3, and Attack Smoke can go up to
357, I think.
357.
357 attack, yeah.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's exactly like Lynn's.
Yeah, so 357, and Guidance can go up to 3, which means a unit can have 100, 50, and I think 25.
I think it just might be always.
Oh, it just might be always then? Oh, okay, so it's 150 and 0. Your unit could be dead, and you could still move. No.
Well, just like any amount of HP.
And any amount of HP.
Sam, you can go first.
I think I feel like the guidance seal will cause me a lot of pain.
Okay, let's do it this way. Which seal are you the most excited about? And which seal?
I think I'm like everyone else. I think I'm most excited for the freaking Brash Assault seal. I already upgraded it to level 2, and after like tomorrow it's gonna be level 3. So that's what I have my money on.
Yeah, I also upgraded my Brash Assault to level 2. I'm not sure whether or not I want to upgrade to level 3, or I want the Guidance. Because I am starting to run like my mixed flyer team. I want to test that out because I do want to also use Arden, a lumbering Shrek of a man.
Yeah,
Brash Assault. But anyways, let's go in order. Let's talk about Brash Assault.
Okay.
Let's talk to the town.
Yeah, it's just go jump on Reddit. You'll see tons of hype around this seal. Particularly, it's what it does when you combo it with things like Desperation, or on a unit like the Red Infantry Lyn.
Yeah. Red Infantry Lyn, oh boy.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, Red Lyn comes with built-in Desperation 2 on Solkadi. So I think it's at 80% HP.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like 80% HP, and then it basically acts as Desperation, which lets you do a follow-up attack.
Yeah, everyone can just become the like Lyn Desperation Lyn Brash Assault build.
Essentially, so like what the original Lyn users are doing now is that they just have Solkadi equipped. They have Brash Assault 3, and they also use Wrath and Moonbow now. So she's kind of like your budget Ira in a sense.
Feels bad.
It's so weird talking about one of the like old premier red units, because Lyn was like super popular back when the game first came out.
Yeah.
And like when compared to Ira, I don't know if you guys.
It's like Ira's basically as good as her out of the box, because like investing like Wrath onto her is like expensive.
That picture.
I would give Wrath to another unit.
Yeah, that picture where Lyn needed to be +10 in order to just match an Ira right off the box in both their ideal builds. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, those are units in a vacuum. Obviously, like, you can probably squeeze out a lot more wins or just utility out of your units.
Well, the thing is, like, Lyn can like take a magical hit. Like she's fast, so she won't get doubled, and she can actually survive like some blue hits. Like not Reinhardt, which is unfortunate, but like she can survive some like a Lind or something. She doesn't get doubled.
Yeah, I think at +10 she gets like +10 extra res or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
no, go ahead.
Lyn has like a stupidly high res for like a red sword
for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think she, like, just reds in general, they suffer from the problem that they're red, and Reinhardt's still gonna run them over like any day of the week. Like because he just doesn't care. About Brash Assault, I guess what I have to say about it is less about the seal itself, and more about like kind of like, yes, it's a great seal. Yes, comboing it with like all these abilities is going to be awesome, and like it just. But what I'm most excited about is how it is kind of opening, like it's opening things up a bit, that units that, like, we previously considered like just kind of forgot about them because they're just not as optimal.
Yeah,
Like this brash assault seal, and I'm sure, like, just with the seals that they're going to release in the future, it's gonna allow for more flexibility and give access to these units. Like, they'll gain access to things that they normally wouldn't have, and it's cool. I think it's gonna let people use like more wider variety of units. And yes, like, people are obviously gonna just like kind of, you're gonna have that group of people that just slaps the seals on the best units in the game and whatever. But I like the idea of more variety. I'm excited to see where it goes.
It very much allows it allows slower units to flourish. So, like, obviously people have been talking about the very slow but very tanky Alphonse and Arden as well. Alphonse now able to use his actual weapon instead of being forced to use Brave Sword to make doubles and get consistent damage. The only problem is just how you're gonna get like down to 50%, so you can actually trigger the actual seal and desperation itself. Like, people have been using Ardent Sacrifice or like Reciprocal Aid, but then like you kind of give up reposition, and reposition is kind of like the best movements assist in the game currently.
Wait, does Fury not work on Alphonse?
No, I think he comes with Death Blow, but he comes with Death Blow.
I see. So you don't really want to replace that.
I mean, you could have Fury on him and then keep reposition, but then like I don't know about you guys personally, but I usually, unless like it's very color biased, most teams in Arena are just like, at least for where we rank, are just like very evenly spread out. So like you'll have one of each color in for each unit. So like more often than not, you're gonna have your red face off against the green. And like maybe you might delegate the colorless to one of your other units that have already taken out the other unit, the opposing unit rather. So maybe, but yeah, Alphonse does come with Death Blow, so it's kind of just a toss up whether or not you want Fury or you want Death Blow. Like, both work. Obviously, Death Blow lets him guarantee hits, harder hits rather, while Fury lets him get to Desperation, Brash Assault range.
And I think like it should definitely be noted that he gets more bulk, so he's not as likely to die to whatever's hitting him.
Yeah. But he is actually like quite physically tanky for a red unit.
He can definitely beat Hectors and stuff with his defenses.
The only problem he has is, as with all of these starters, they can't be merged. But if you need a tanky red unit for double A's, outside of like your starting team, and you want a role player, Alphonse is quite nice with the seal. But more importantly, onto the other unit. The free unit we get from Tempest Trials is Arden, and what everybody is talking about with this guy is it's the combination of Brash Assault and his B skill, which is Follow-Up Ring. And if you guys don't know what Follow-Up Ring is, it's whenever he's above or equal to 50% HP, he is allowed to make a follow-up attack whenever he initiates. So if he's using his Brave Sword that he comes with, he can quad, essentially, when he's above 50 HP, and then when he's below, Brash Assault triggers, and when he initiates on a unit that can counterattack, he also quads. Which is another thing I want to clarify. The Brash Assault seal only works when you can counterattack. So if you're a melee unit and you're attacking a ranged unit, they can't counterattack unless they have close defense.
Close counter.
Or close counter, rather, not close defense. Close counter. So if you attack an archer, if you don't kill him, you're not going to quad him. Well, most of the time, like, range units are that fragile.
Arden is not a pushover. Like,
Yeah.
He's got a
He's
brave
good.
weapon. Like he's gonna smack you twice. Anything that can't counterattack is probably just gonna die anyway.
He basically, I think he can
Like,
beat most physical matchups.
just be real. I mean, he's not a weak unit. I'm kind of like, I guess he could look better. His art is whatever, but that's just my personal
He looks
bias.
like Shrek.
He looks like Shrek.
But like in terms of like a solid armor, I don't know how he stacks up against Zephyl because I haven't looked into Zephyl too much, but definitely with these seals.
The only benefit that Zephyl has over Arden is his divine weapon. So it comes with like 16 might. But even then, some builds with Zephyl, like if you aren't using distant counter, like prefer the brave sword. So like essentially Arden is actually better just because he has way more HP and because resistance and speed are both garbage on armors anyway, unless you're trying to go for like the mirror and you're trying to outspeed and get the quad with the double. It's pointless. So Arden I think is better than Zephyl outside of his divine weapon.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna go and say that Arden's better as a player phase armor, and Zephyl's probably better as a phase armor, with
Probably.
like the right investment.
I think
They just, those are the roles that they fit.
that feels better with DC.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's what I mean, right? So like you're gonna, but I mean,
if you're
on top of those two, you've also got Black Knight, so it's
Yeah.
If you're going to put distant counter on Zephyl, you might as well just merge a Drog because you're at that point where you can you can just casually throw a Hector. You might as well just merge Drog because he'll get more BST for your buck.
I guess. No, but I feel like, obviously Zephyr's not the best, but Zephyr technically is like, he's tankier than the other two, like res-wise, so he can actually like be more annoying.
I think Arden will definitely be 100% usable in AA, like Arena Assault rather, because no mages exist there. Like 744, there are no mages. At most, you might see that random like dragon. I know one of the top players that I follow, Setsu. He runs Young Tiki, and he runs it for the sole purpose of just killing armors. He'll just run it, just kill Sheena, kill Amelia, kill Hector. She just eats them up alive. I love Young Tiki. Come home, please.
Yeah. It's important to keep in mind. I don't think Arden's gonna hit 744. He's gonna suffer from the same problem as Zephyl
And Black Knight.
And Black Knight. Just like you can only
Feels green armors. Feels green armor.
Green armor meta dude and Effie.
But I mean, so like I guess just to make it relevant to us, we're not 744 players. We are like, I mean,
yes, we have to keep reiterating this.
My arena assault scores are like around 700, maybe a little above that with my primary.
I think my primary team gets me like 709 at most on a good day.
Yeah. So something like that, but we're definitely not like 744. That's like plus 10 merge territory, and I don't think any of us here are planning to go there.
Not anytime soon. Eventually, but by then the cap will probably get raised to like 800 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, or I'll quit the game. I don't know. We'll see.
Quit the game.
Yeah. So that's Arden. He's a good unit. Don't like as much as he's getting memed on like left, right, and center. He's not bad. Give him a shot. You'll see him do work. I just got him to 40. Actually, I gotta work on him. But
you better work on him fast.
I'm already excited. I'm already excited for like all the work he's gonna put in. He's gonna reliably like handle himself. That's great.
Oh, but for you right now, Dylan, put the distant defense seal on him. Give him pivot. Get like a healer that like sticks to him, and then also like just give him like his kit. But I think like pivot and distant defense on him like help me like get like a clean auto battle off.
I actually gave swap to mine because I would so often find my team is bundled up in a corner and like my units can't like Arden's in the corner behind my other 3 units like boxed up, and because they can't counterattack because they heal way too much. Like he'll just never get out. I'm just like, oh god, because he has pivot, and then like you can't pivot over like an enemy. So I gave him swap just for that purpose.
Yeah.
I
mean,
also
I'll
gave
figure it out.
I gave mine Aegis as well because he was just taking way too much damage from mages. I was just like, screw this shit. I'm giving him
He
Aegis.
actually gets like totally wrecked by these like level 35
Yeah, he's
status
no
mages. Like
freaking res.
he cannot take a hit like a magic attack at all. Like,
Yo, my Arden right now has like
It's-
16 res at like before Distant Defense 3.
Yeah,
like, it's
same.
activated, and he has like 11 speed with the Brave Sword. It is bad.
yeah, it like that's
Like
Oh,
everything doubles you, and you're just like,
actually what would happen if I took my. I just thought of something. I'm gonna put like I'll just do armor emblem with ward armor, and then I'll take away the other armor weapons and give them all swap or something, so you can. That should
Maybe,
work, right?
maybe, but you're gonna be you're gonna be moving super slow if you're not using dancers.
No, yeah, but that's fine. It's just autos, right? I
Yeah,
don't care if it's auto.
strong.
I'm gonna
and
humor
tough
myself
Arden.
and try that later. But yeah, that's Arden. Give him a try. He's not bad.
Yeah, Brash Assault. That's what he used for quad. Like at any turn of the game, he'll quad as long as he's attacking a unit that can counterattack him. You could even put distant counter on him if you're edgy, and you can pretty much quad everything in the game.
No,
gross.
I'm not gonna.
It's
Do that.
actually gross. You just throw a Hector onto him. I'm saving my Hector for I'm saving the next Hector that I pull. Maybe never. For
So Sam
Camilla.
and I don't like Kevin right now because talk about this encounter. But anyway, next seal is attack smoke.
That one,
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped for that one too, to be honest.
I don't know about you guys, but I've actually been valuing level 2 seals over getting certain seals to level 3. Like
Except
the only level
distant
3 one I
defense.
have is distant depth is
Yeah.
definitely. I think it was worth the investment, but it's so expensive. Like all three of us have been playing for close to the game's launch, and we're already like at capacity at like our seal upgrades and everything, and just badges are not
Deflect
there.
missile was a trap.
Yeah, I did not even touch those. Like
I
some
bought
niche-
those and I regretted it instantly because I did not know that I did not know any better because I'm an idiot.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I don't know. Like if it was all of Green Axe like Irvan, like, which is block everything.
It can deflect missile. Like yeah, Urban is just irreplaceable because it just blocks magic and
But if there was a seal that did what Irvan did,
That'd be like another year before that comes out.
that's too strong, dude. That's actual power creep. Okay.
but Green Ike already exists. So,
I hate the term power creep, but that is like actual power creep. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, it whatever. It doesn't exist, so it's a moot point. But yeah, that's what I've been doing with my seals. So same with the tax mode. We upgraded it once to level 2, which means a -5 attack buff around.
Who did you slap it on?
I actually have it on Sigurd.
Oh right, because you
So-
use it for he's just unkillable in thing.
Yeah, so
Trials.
that's I guess how my Tempest Trials auto team flourishes really. Sigurd is the fastest, or like he can move the farthest out of all the units that I run. So he runs in, smacks something, and then everything around it takes a -7 speed and -5 attack buff, which means they're hitting peanuts. And he already doesn't take damage, and neither do Green Ike and Black Knight, except
if
for
only-
the fringe cases. So it's like it's very defensive oriented and perfect for it's like my auto team is very different from yours, Kevin.
Mhm.
But like the reason for that is just it's so like basically what I'm trying to do is idiot proof my units.
Yeah, yours
like,
is hyper defensive.
they've got
Mine is, like,
all the-
hyper-aggressive.
Right. So it's just like it doesn't matter what they do; they're probably not gonna die just because like they've got so much to protect them.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the direction I decided to take with it. I'm really happy about attack smoke. I'm using it on Sigurd right now, but I can see it.
At some point,
Having,
the units for like that get bonuses at some point. they'll get bonuses, and we'll get like seals strong enough for like auto battle L7. That's gonna be crazy.
Mhm. Oh yeah, actually, I guess that's like the
Like
direction
if
it's
we
gonna
if we
go
get if we ever get a horse emblem that like a full decked out just like bonus units, all horses, you can like I can bet
God
you.
no, God no.
L7 is possible auto battle, dude. That would be
Yeah.
so brain dead. You would have absolutely no reason not to do it.
Unless every unit in that Tempest Trial
Okay,
had panic
if
ploy.
maybe if they're called like Jagan or like Gunter, they might struggle a bit.
No, if they all had panic ploy, just to troll the shit out of you, then
Panic Ploy and Rider's Bane. Oh god.
yeah.
You just like the final boss is a super jacked up Matilda.
Mhm.
That'd be terrible.
Cancel Infinity, and you're just like, oh god.
Okay, that's really so bad actually when you use a green unit and then you fight her and you're like, oh my god, I just died.
It's ridiculous. I always run into the trap of running
Oh,
into a cancel Infinity Archer, and it just wrecks me. Like whether it's in PvE or in like arena, I just get mauled by cancel Infinity, especially if they've got Fire Sweep Bow or like Slay.
Oh yeah, the Fire Sim Cordelia's tilt me.
Oh god, please don't run those guys for my sake. I don't. Ugh. Anyways, anything else about Attack Smoke? It's just a really good, like tech seal.
Yeah, that's the attack sounds really good. I'm pretty like I'll get that. I'll probably level that up too, like as soon as possible because it's really strong.
I'm definitely gonna put that on my Sigurd. And
Okay.
the last seal, Guidance. So this one, if a unit has 100% HP, well, this is for level 1, infantry and armored allies within 2 spaces can move to a space adjacent. So basically, this lets your unit have super pivot. And this is actually a default skill on the 5-star exclusive flyer unit, Tana. It's her B skill, and works the same way. So once you level up to level 3, as we said, you can basically move any unit, regardless of the HP threat, as long as it's within range, to a space above, aside, or beside.
Just adjacent to the unit with the guidance seal, which has to be a flyer.
It has to be a flyer. What do you guys think?
But can the guidance seal only be placed on a flyer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's flyer exclusive. I'm excited. I think I mentioned this to you guys before, but I'm really excited about what this means, like for like the potential of future like mixed compositions in the future.
Yeah.
Instead of just like straight up like horses or straight up flyers, like
so mixed flyers.
You can really do some cool stuff, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Like, I'm not gonna prioritize it too heavily because I don't have to, but the guidance seal will eventually become level 3, and when it does, I'm excited to like kind of test it out with the units that I have and play around with like maybe like a flyer armor. Like the possibilities are pretty like you can do a lot just because it opens a door for like the really slow moving units like armors or even infantries to just bypass that completely and abuse the mobility of a flyer and just kind of really like just open up a lot of
you can just straight up approach and just snipe someone right out. And then once you snipe them out, you can just position your armor or your infantry unit like behind in a safe spot where they can approach. It's actually really nice. It's like it's one of the reasons why like I've actually like leveled Arden. Like not like aside from like the Brash Assault memes that I'm really interested in, I just want to see like other than like seeing the quads all the time, I want to actually use him so I can just defend my armor, like my flyers, a lot easily.
Like I mean, this seal is like with just any of the other seals, it's pure upside. There's no downside to having it.
Outside of not
you won't always use it. Like you're not always gonna find yourself in a situation where like guidance activates and you can reposition a unit favorably. But the good thing is that there will be times where the option's there, and you're gonna be happy about it, especially if you added dodge.
It does take some time getting used to, because I did use it in Arena Assault and I did get myself killed because of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just like, I wonder how this works, and then suddenly like I position my green unit like too far up. I'm just like, oh, I'm in range of Xander. Oops.
Yep.
I just die. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So I mean, right? The game's not going anywhere. These seals, just make sure you get them. But after you get them, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, the most important thing is to get those
Experiments, have fun. Like it. I don't know. I'm excited about it. Yeah. Not much to say. They're very good.
Okay, so let's just have a moment of silence to say goodbye to the warrior maps.
Okay. And now we're done.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about before we end off the podcast?
I think
I
I'm
don't think
good.
so.
I think we talked about a bunch of stuff. So
I think honestly, I think we're like almost approaching 2 hours.
We're approaching 2 hours. I'm looking at the timer right now. But
Have
thank
fun
you.
editing this. But
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I know this was a complete mess, as it usually is with our Discord talks. But this is our first try. Like, this is episode 0 of the 37 times 2 podcast. Leave any feedback in the comments below. I'm also going to be posting this on Reddit, so I'll also be reading all the comments on Reddit and replying to any of those criticisms. But we'll try to make this a regular thing. I don't know how often we're going to be doing it, but if the feedback is good, we're going to be coming back definitely. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. This has been Kevin and my 2 buddies, Dylan and Sam.